Hi Year 7s and welcome to our first lesson, learning how to write melody lines. If you haven't already, make sure that on Learning Ableton you are on the Play with Melodies page. You can find that by going to the information bar in the top left-hand corner, check Melodies, check Play with Melodies, and that'll take you to the page where you need to be today. So today we're going to write or experiment with writing the catchy part of our song, the bit that usually you would sing along to. Most typically with a pop song, the singer is singing the melody line with words. Today we're going to create it on our Ableton grid, so our melody won't have words, but hopefully it'll still be just as catchy. To write your melody, you're going to have the choice of using only 5 notes for today. You have the choice of C, D, E, F, and G. Just these first 5 notes of the C major scale. You can also use those notes up in the top octave here, C, D, E, F, and G. All right? So essentially you've got 10 notes, or 11 if you also want to count that top C as well. You can use that too. So just using these 5 notes and the repetitions of those, I want you to create your own melody line with a few rules for today. I'm going to clear this. A melody line is going to be similar to your bass line in that you only play one note at a time. For example, as an example. So you can see it's just one note playing at once. Listen. That's a little fast. I'm going to slow that down. Etc. Okay, so only one note playing at a time. We do not stack a melody line like we do with chords. So when you write your melody line, I shouldn't be seeing things like this, okay? Because that is essentially a chord. We're getting 3 notes playing at once, and that is definitely not what we want for our melody line, okay? So it's a definite no-no. One note at a time. Here's a little suggestion for you. Your melodies will work well if they have a sense of shape, like an arc. If you start on C, move up a note, a step, let's say to D, I might have a long note on the D, and then I have a D, then I move up a step to the E, and then I move up a step to the F. You can see I've got a rhythm pattern of a short and a long note, a short and a long note. And I might continue that pattern up to here. So I get this. And then I might do so I've moved down in steps, step by step by step. I've repeated some notes and gone backwards and forwards. But you can see I'm keeping to the rule of only moving in steps. And then I might have, and I end on a long C. Let's have a listen to that. Moving in steps, variations in rhythm. So my melody begins on a C and ends on a C. So it has this nice shape to it where I've moved away from C and I've done that moving up and down in steps. Now, of course, you can have some gaps in your melody lines. So actually, I might let's start up on this top C for something different. And I might want to have a little gap there for a beat, and then I have a G. Then I might come down to my F and have a long note, but then I'll have a gap. So a rest, I'm leaving a little 1-beat rest in there. Then I might come to an E, and then I might go D, C, and a long note there. So you can see I've left some gaps here, and that's okay to do. Obviously moving from my high C up here, moving down to the G, there's a leap there that I can't move away from, so that's going to be there. Have a listen. So that's a nice start. And then I might want to repeat something similar to that, because the repetition is really good in our music, but only this time I'm going to go back up, and I'll have a little pattern moving up instead of going down. Let's have a listen to that. So you can see I'm using mainly stepwise movement where I can, but sometimes because I'm using that high C, there is a little bit of a jump there. And I've kept a gap in bar 1 here, and in bar 2 here, and in bar 4 rather here, and 5 and 6. So these are little beats of rest, and by all means you could have more of those if you wanted to. Let me show you maybe some examples where you could take some of those notes out. Oops. No, I need to keep that note in, but I could keep that shorter. For example, whoops. There we go. So we could listen to this. So you can see that by putting in these rests here, it gives my melody a really interesting rhythm to it. So my melody, as I said, is using just the notes C, D, E, F and G, and it's moving for the most part in stepwise motion. Enjoy, and I'll look forward to hearing your melody line.